I just wanna get everything together. Make sure the microphone's fine, make sure music's not too loud or anything of the sort. Ooh! Wow. Sorry. Alright. Ooh. Amazing. Of course they are. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry, excuse me for a brief moment, folks.
Hi, Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Just because you were nice to Victoria doesn't...
Just wanna make sure everything is still well up and running.
I am drowning.
Making sure that the video is actually up, that everything's streaming well. I think it's probably taken a while to like pop up for me, I don't know. Wow, it really has been 2 days since the last time. Let me see. No. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Sure, of course. Okay. Sorry, I think I kept you all waiting long enough. As is. How long have we been streaming for? For about 4 minutes. I feel like I'm doing a stream off Twitch. Just having you all waiting for like at least 4 to 5 minutes before I start talking my talk. Before I go off in a tangent. Okay. Well, first and foremost, how are you all? It's been about 2 days? It's been 2 days since the last time I streamed, since the last time I've had the chance to play this. Well, just like the title of this game, my life is indeed quite fucking strange. So please bear with me that you know, I've been away for a little bit. Been busy with my job and had to run out and do a massive favor for two of my friends slash coworkers earlier, so which actually took the entire day to do. Two of my friends had just moved to Jersey and they wanted me to help with the process of, like, you know, getting all their stuff, putting it into a whole U-Haul, driving between my home state of Connecticut to Jersey City, you guessed it, New Jersey. So yeah, that took a whole lot of my time. In all honesty, I wanted to go home sooner, but I don't know. Hi, hey Elle. Oh, by the way, for anyone who's currently watching, other than my dear friend Eleanor, as promised, I meant this to be a super special stream for two reasons. One, happy birthday, Elle. I mean, it's already been 2 days since. It's already been 2 days since my dear, sweet, and one of my closest best friends, Eleanor, had turned 22. So, sorry, I suck at speaking. So in one instance, this is a special stream to celebrate my dear friend Eleanor's 22nd birthday, to which I'm going to have her make all the decisions for the remainder of this episode. As I promised her, she will now have full reins, full control of our decisions on how we're going to proceed with saving Kate Marsh off the roof. Whoever she was... Okay, it was yesterday. I've just been informed by Eleanor that her birthday was yesterday. So, my fault. I lost track of time. If only I was Max and could rewind, then maybe I'll have like a better instance of time. Rather than me just being confused and just going with the motions. But in any case, Eleanor is going to make all the choices, and hopefully she'll be able to save Kate. If not, that's quite alright. I prepared a track, quite a famous track, the phrase "how to save a life." I'm kidding, I don't have that ready, but hey, who's to say, you know? How to save a life. That should be... Honestly, where's my phone? Let me start playing that in the background. And this is one of the few moments where Spotify just comes in clutch for me. Hold on. Luckily for me, I'm not a huge channel, otherwise I'd be demonetized so fast. Alright. I'm kidding, but that's gonna be the theme of today, how to save a life. Okay. Alright, so... Elle, it's okay. I'm pretty sure you can save her. I have full faith in you, my love. You totally got it.
Yes.
Luckily, the game's saved right here, so we can just restart where we left off. Alright. Moment of truth. We have Mad Max with a nosebleed. Kate Marsh.
What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't
Isn't this
work.
fucked? I swear.
I don't have any power.
But then
Now
again,
I
what
have
part
to
of
do
life
this
isn't
by
fucked?
myself?
Max, seriously, don't come near me! I will jump!
Okay. I'm right here. Kate, please.
Okay.
Oh, Max, I know you want to help me. I love that you stepped up to David, but it doesn't matter now. Nothing matters.
Alright, so here we have the beginning of our choices. Again, as I mentioned, I'm gonna have Eleanor choose everything from here on. But before we proceed, as I mentioned in the title of this video along with the description, this is a message sorry, wow, message. This is a massive. Things will get better. Okay, so we already know what Eleanor wants us to do. Sweet. No, but huge trigger warning though. The rest of this episode will have themes of suicide, along with other suggested themes like things that may or may not have potentially happened to Kate, such as possible rape, which I don't think was the case with what happens here, but in a sense, it's still quite unsettling of a matter to happen to such a young, bright young woman such as Kate, along with some of the other victims of Mark Jefferson. But going back to the theme of my description, it had just came to my attention a short while ago. All thanks to one of my amazing dear friends on Twitter, Electra. Follow her, by the way, at empty. Let me make sure if I spell that right. I want to do Electra justice by making sure I have her tag right as soon as I find it. Okay. Oh yes, here it is. Well, it kind of spells out as empty to me, but Electra's handle would be at EMPTVYY. So it looks like empty. And again, so this friend had brought it up to me that another user on Twitter had made slurs and pretty disgusting comments regarding transgender people. I guess this was towards someone that they used to talk to, an older, I don't want to say older because that sounds rude, but another user on Twitter. A sweet, sweet person by the name of Anime. I believe that's what they placed on their page. But anyways, I put a link to, well, not so much a link, but I put their handle within the description, so you'll be able to get the rest of the story from them. But in any case, it's been brought to my attention that, transphobic slurs and comments were made about this person, which outright, totally not cool, totally not right. Funny thing, I'm currently having a discussion with a few of my mates, a few of my lovely dear friends on Twitter regarding this, as is. We all come from different shades of life, whether we're black, white, Asian, yellow, red, what have you. We're all people. And the fact that we are in the current year, yet some folks still feel the need to misjudge or look down on others just because they have, different views, a different way of life, or they just have certain preferences, or just go about a certain way, what have you. Who are we to make someone else feel awful just for being who they are? Not just who they are, but who they feel they are, Again, at the end of the day, we're all people. We should be able to love, embrace, help one another, especially in times like this. For example, you have poor Kate Marsh ready to jump off the roof, and then you have Maxine Caulfield right there, ready to help her friend. Even in this dire situation, you have someone who's willing to go out of their way to try to help, to help someone at one point was a complete stranger, but now became a good friend. Why? Because they took the time to know each other, to understand each other, to love each other, and to just really connect. Now, for many people who know me in real life, one of my biggest goals, not so much goals, but one of my biggest things, or at least something I always say, is that in this life, it's great to form connections. It truly is. It's always good to make connections with like either certain people or a lot of people in life of all different shades, because you never know. You never know what could come about it. There's always a chance where you could be the deciding factor where someone gets to see the next day or not. Whether that person ever gets to smile again, whether that person, even if it's like the tiniest shred of kindness, you could be the very reason why someone decides to continue going on or to live. And that right there speaks measures. Like, it's insane how much power there are behind words. A lot of people say, actions speak louder than words, but legitimately, words make or break people, believe it or not. One little thing could really just like turn someone's life upside down, for better or for worse. But unfortunately, in today's society, most of the time it is for worse. And why is that? Why is it that we live in a society that thrives on tearing each other down instead of uplifting one another? That way, we don't have situations like Kate Marsh where they feel like they have nowhere else to turn but death. That legitimately breaks my heart in so many ways. Because right now, I want to be Max. I want to be that person. Like, honestly, go find me on Twitter at JFJTheBoss. That tagline I always have on my page. I try to be the nicest person you know and or meet. I've lived by that motto, that quote, for as long as I can remember, throughout my entire life, if anything. Because I pride myself on being that one person you can at least be able to talk to vent to like, just to smile with. I mean, I know most of the time, like, I have more of a jovial manner, I love to joke, I love to smile, I love to make people laugh, I love life, I love to have other people enjoy themselves alongside with me. But that is to say, it doesn't mean as if I'm not also hurting on the inside, Like, there are many people who feel the need to hide behind a facade or behind a smile, just to mask the pain that they're feeling on the inside. Like, basically what I'm trying to say is, you never truly know what's going on in someone's life until the very end. Either when they're dead or when, they're just on the pinnacle of just finding out if their life actually meant anything or not. And of course, for anyone who's viewing this, please feel free to comment. This video is like open for discussion. I love being able to talk about things like this. These are things that we really need to batten down, sit down, and just chat about. Thank you, Eleanor. I will check the DMs. Honestly, yeah, feel free to let her know to watch the stream. I'm quite shy with new people, no, but if anything, please feel free to tell the guest of honor that I am doing a stream in her honor. At least something to help her, Once again, folks, as I put in the description, please, if you have the time, even if you don't have Twitter, check out this lovely person at Sweet Anime. Because they were just done a grave injustice, and I can't stand by that. I really can't. Now, personally, from what I on their page, they did not want the other person involved in this situation to have lost the amount of followers that they did, or to be blocked by so many people after their true colors were revealed. Now, to be honest myself, upon seeing everything that was said, once again, thank you to Electra for screenshotting what this other person had said and everything that follows. Again, personally, I don't stand for talk like that. I don't like the idea of tearing down other people just for your own monetary gain, especially when you pride yourself on being friendly to the LGBTQ community, and then you turn around and say very mean, very hurtful, spiteful things that just make people who are part of said community feel like they don't have a voice, as if they don't have, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really try finding the right words to say sometimes, but as if, you know, they don't have a platform to speak on. That being said, I am a small channel. I really wish I had a bigger platform to like speak on this more fully, the way that I'd like to. Like, I really wish I was able to like just spread this amongst a lot of people so that we can have an open discussion about this sort of thing and really just touch base on why folks decide to feel the way that they do, or why people feel the need to just either be this horrid or, you know, just have these thoughts and think it's okay. Now, of course, I'm the type of person who believes in freedom of speech. Of course, you know, everyone is entitled to feel the way that they feel or to say what they feel, but not at the cost of someone else's lifestyle, not at the cost of someone else's life or their own happiness, if that makes sense. Sorry, just gonna check my phone for a quick second. When I tell you guys, I love Eleanor so much with all my heart and soul. Like, she's honestly such a sweetheart. Like, every time I stream, she always tries to promote it or to, like, get the word out. Even though, like, I try not to, you know, make my streams a huge thing, but I love the idea that, like, someone of whom I deeply admire and respect and just adore, someone of whom I love very much, goes out of their way to like try to help me when I'm like across the world in different time zones. But that's the type of thing I'm talking about, you know? We literally don't even have to be in the same room. We don't even have to see eye to eye. Figuratively, we are all people. We should be able to love and support one another, no matter who we are, no matter where we are. And it's such a beautiful thing. Because at the end of the day, we all bleed the same, right? We're all people in this vast, sometimes gloomy, sometimes depressing, sometimes bright universe and world, you know? I'm so sorry. I totally went off on a tangent and like just like spoke for what seems like ever. I will proceed with the game shortly. I just wanted to get that all out there. But in any case, Eleanor had chose things will get better, so we're just gonna press that and see where it goes.
Don't worry, Kate. Things will get better. I promise.
I do want to believe that.
Kate, your life is still yours. And we can get through this together. Let me help. Like I helped by erasing all that crap people wrote on your room slate.
I'm glad to hear you worry about me. That makes me feel better.
Now, these are things I would actually like say in real life if I had a friend like Kate. Truth be told, this snippet right here actually does touch home to me, because unfortunately I've had friends in the past who did end up taking their own lives, some on Twitter, some in real life, and to be honest, it still hurts to this day. Okay. And now Eleanor has chosen the next option between you are my friend and I'm here for you. Eleanor has chosen you are my friend. So once again, we're going to go square and see how Kate responds.
Of course I worry. You're my friend, Kate.
I did feel better talking to you on the phone. I always feel like you really listen.
Kate, please trust me. Come stand by me, okay?
Mind you, a lot
I
of
can
what
help
Max
you
is
now.
saying
I
has
know
to
I
do
can.
with prior
This
things
morning
I had done
erased the web link
earlier
to
in the
video.
episode.
It was written on the
So
shower room mirror.
it actually
Are you
helps a lot to
serious?
like pay attention to someone.
Thank you so much. The fact that you don't care about that video and would come up here to stop me means a lot.
For context, just in case if many of you haven't caught any of my earlier streams, essentially Kate was wrongfully recorded in the middle of a party while she was intoxicated, by the way. She was wrongfully recorded in the middle of a party, I guess making out with like many people. For some reason the game alludes to the idea that it was a supposed sex tape, when in actuality she just went around like hooking up with a bunch of people at this party. But regardless though, she was under the influence, one. Two, again, goes with the trigger warning, she was drugged. Like, someone took advantage of her. She remembers little to nothing about the whole situation, which makes this completely worse. And as a result, now the entire school, I pray not the staff as well, but the entire school has turned her into a laughingstock by posting a video online, making fun of her, and just, making her life hell, when for folks who know her in this game, know her to be like a devout Christian, someone who is a woman of God, like someone who is deeply rooted to her faith. And because something like this occurred, now she's at a standstill. And it's like, well, nothing's gonna get better. Like, her family's forsaken her, people are judging her left and right, and she feels like she has nowhere else to turn. Also, Eleanor has chosen the circle option. You were drugged. I will choose that shortly. But first, I just want to say, it's moments like this that really touch, like, bring it home. That, like, you really have to pay attention to, like, some of the people in your life. I mean, I'm not saying, like, you have to devote all your time to certain people. Like, of course, self-care, self-love, we gotta be able to take care of ourselves, too. But if you notice certain patterns with certain people where they feel like they might be out of it, or they just feel completely down, you want to be able to like catch certain hints, reach out to them and say, hey, I see you and I hear you, I want to listen to you, your feelings are valid, I want to be there for you, how can I help you? Even if it seems like you're not helping, but just potentially being there for them could make all the difference in the world. Prior to this scene right here, I decided to like do a few things earlier in the episode, like taking Kate's call when she called while Max and Chloe were in the diner, erasing the link to her quote-unquote sex tape from the girl's bathroom, defending her. It's the little things in life that mean the most, number one. And number two, like, if you pay attention, I feel like I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But if you pay attention to, like, certain people's interests, what they like, what they do, they're good. It only brings home the idea that, like, you truly do care about them. That you're not just a bystander, that you're not just another face that they see every day, that you're actually someone who is willing to like hear them out and care about them, so much to the point that, boom, you're on a rooftop with them in the middle of the rain, where you could both get sick, trying to save her life. Yes. So, you were drugged? Thank you, Eleanor.
I
Let's see
care
what
about
happens.
you because I believe you were drugged. We will find out who did this and make them pay.
Oh yeah, there will be
So
hell to pay.
persuasive, Max. If only.
Kate, I believe you. Will you believe me? Please, you don't have to do this.
Max, I'm in a nightmare and I can't wake up. Unless I put myself to sleep. Then everybody at Blackwell can post pics of my body. I'm already on the internet forever. No wonder they call it a web. Nothing can ever get out. Like my video. I wish I could go back in time and erase everything.
I seriously love the way this game treats suicidal awareness, if not tendencies. Like, this feels like a legit conversation right now. And although these French developers don't always capture the idea of teenage spirits or teenage angst or the life of a teenager, of teenagers in America, or I guess Oregon in this instance, it's nice that a game like this is able to touch on these subjects, because these are real things that happen in everyday life. The square? Okay. So Eleanor is chosen. There are billions of videos. Let's hope it's the right choice.
Kate, there are billions of videos out there. Yours will fade away like white noise.
Oh God, please, Max. You haven't seen the looks I get. Or the laugh.
I understand, truly. I get bullied too. But this is a blip.
Yep, my life is a blip. Blackwell taught me I'm worthless. I'll prove it right now.
Kate,
Ooh.
you can't do this to all the people
Okay,
who
it
care
looks
about
like that
you.
wasn't
No,
what Kate wanted to hear.
Nobody cares about me. Nobody.
Mind you, I know all the right answers to this. I just want to see how this plays out through my friend. I can only hope she watches the stream, so I'm pretty sure she may know the right answer to this. One could only hope, but at the same time, it's hard. It's hard because this is a pretty stressful and anxiety-inducing situation. I don't know. That's okay, Eleanor. Alright. You going with sisters, Eleanor? Okay. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you, she does not have brothers. It's a family of only girls. You want to go, Mom? Final answer. Because, I mean, I will go with sisters, too. Okay, so it seems, based on the comments, that she wants to go with Mom. Alright, so let's go with the Mom option.
What about your mother, Kate? You'll destroy her. She doesn't care about a video. She loves you.
You don't know my mother at all. She already thinks Satan has me on the fast track to hell. Let's prove it.
Ooh.
Kate!
And there you have it. It doesn't matter how many times I play this scene never gets easier. It's always hard. It's always terribly hard to watch, I swear. I'm sorry, Eleanor.
I know this isn't pleasant for any of us, but we have to go over what happened
Unfortunately,
before Miss Marshall,
we were unable to save
before
Kate
she
Marsh.
did what she did. Officer Barry will be taking notes for the official police inquiry. I'm sure you'll give him your full cooperation.
Okay. Just for Eleanor's sake, I will say you could have said sisters or father. Sisters or father would have been a good option to like keep the conversation going or to at least keep her on the roof for the time being. Earlier in the episode, it's shown that her mother is one of the ones who's like not so much harassing her, but like scolding her for this same video. Not once did her father or her sisters like, give her a hard time about it. It was mostly her mother and I think aunts as well. So Kate feels some type of way about her mom, to put it plain and simple.
Such a tragedy.
Yeah.
But there must be a reason for everything. We need to find out why Kate Marsh would be driven to such desperate action. As principal of Blackwell Academy, I take my duties seriously. I take the well-being of every
Now,
student
Principal, do
more
you really
seriously.
take your duties
What happened
seriously?
today should
Because you
never
were
happen in
told
the Hall of
on
Wisdom and
several
Knowledge.
occasions that a
Mr.
student had a
Madsen,
gun, yet you
as our
still
head
haven't
of
done a single
security
thing
here,
about it.
those roof doors should always be locked. That's just standard operating procedure. They were not, and that is indeed your responsibility. Mr. Jefferson, I know you can't be expected to know what your
That's
students are
okay,
going
Eleanor.
through.
In
But
all
Kate
fairness,
has
it has
assisted
been
you in
quite some time
class,
since you've
so
played.
you should have known
So,
something was amiss.
I will never take that against you.
Mr.
You were
Prescott,
fine.
since
A
you
lot
are
of people have
responsible
like
for the
forgotten the
Vortex Club
sequence of this
parties,
game anyways, so it's
and
okay.
since Miss Marsh did attend your last party, you'll
But
have
if
to
anything,
answer
it
some
was
more
a solid try.
questions.
I commend you for trying to be a great friend. And if anything, you did your best and it was amazing.
Miss Caulfield,
Even if
why
we didn't
exactly
end up
were you on the
saving
roof
Kate,
with Kate Marsh?
you still
Did she
tried your
tell
best
you
and it
her
was a
plan?
beautiful thing.
Or anything at all? Please, tell us everything.
And here is the final choice of this episode. But if I saved Kate the first time? If I remember correctly, I actually was. The funny thing about that too is like I'm the type of gamer that like I look at everything. Like I look at every single bit of detail. So during my playthrough, I was like, okay, so it seems that like her mom was like really mean. And I think in one of the emails or something in Kate's room, like it mentioned like her dad like tries to cheer her up. And then of course, Kate is the oldest of three daughters, so of course like her sisters are gonna love her no matter what. Of course, Eleanor, this is the be a dick playthrough. We're gonna be an asshole this entire game. And that's okay, that's okay. We're all about blind guessing. And just like being blind guessing, we're going to be blind assholes. I can't. No, but anyways, back to what I wanted to mention before. So, okay, and Eleanor's made her choice. David bullied her. Which, truth be told, I think that was the option I went with as well. When I first played this, I was like, okay, yeah, totally David, like, bullied her. But yeah, truth be told, I have a major issue with this right here. Like, what we're looking at right here, I have a major issue with this. Because, notice how the principal was, like, willing to point the finger at Mr. Jefferson for being her teacher and not really knowing what she was going through. That's wrong because before the classroom scene, we saw Kate talk to Jefferson, but, Jefferson was like, oh, I think you're being over dramatic, or, methinks the girl doth protest too much, something of that nature. And of course, with Nathan, as the principal mentioned, yes, the Vortex party where he supplied the drugs that made Kate do what she did. And then, of course, David Madsen, the security guard who picks on everyone because he's a paranoid asshole and feels like everyone is suspicious. But the issue I'm bringing up is the principal is pointing fingers at everyone else except himself. Like, you are the head of this institution, sir. If you want to go around blaming your staff for one of your students dying, you should also be able to look at yourself. As someone who prides on being able... No, I'm sorry. As someone who prides on, like, knowing their school, their students, their staff, you've done little to nothing about protecting the people who are the foundation of your school. No? Because, you know, let's go back to episode 1 when Nathan pulled a gun on Chloe. I chose to tell the principal that Nathan had a gun. And what did he say? He was like, oh, are you sure about this? Nathan Prescott is one of the finer students of our school. I kind of find it hard to believe that he would be brandishing a gun in the bathroom. And then that leads into this episode where we bring it up again, and then he's like, wow, do you see a pattern? You're willing to blame everyone else, and now I can't believe you, because Nathan Prescott's family owns the school. They are, what's that term? They are our biggest contributors, or like they're our benefactors. Like, Nathan's family is this school's like greatest benefactor. So of course the principal's not going to want to go against the kid, but still, you're choosing money over integrity, and that's something I can't agree with at all. Anyways, David bullied her.
Mr. Madsen was bullying Kate.
Oh, grow up.
We're going full asshole tonight, baby.
I saw you getting in her face.
You have no idea what you saw. Kate Marsh was involved with a bad crowd. I was trying to find out who.
Kate had a double life. I was super shocked when I found out.
No, you were part of the crowd. And like I said, I personally saw David physically harass Kate Marsh.
You lying little... Are you gonna take this troublemaker's word over your security officer?
And he should
Wow.
take the word of somebody who harasses students?
Max, I'm afraid this won't be solved here without proof and a thorough investigation. Now, if you have anything else to say...
Excuse me. I think Max and Nathan need a break before we grill them further. A friend and fellow student is dead. They don't need this forum right now.
Yes, I'm kind of devastated right now. I'd like to be with my family.
All right, Miss Caulfield,
Wow.
please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
My head is killing me, but I think I can use my power again.
So that was the one moment where I kind of agreed with Jefferson, like, okay, like, someone just died, and you're going to, and now you're like, you're just grilling these two for facts. I mean, too little, too late.
Just sign this and you're done with
Had
this
you,
episode
like,
of Law and
literally as
Order.
a principal, had you cared enough, you would have, like, looked into it yourself. You would have tried helping this said student. Now, I'm not saying that he's responsible for knowing what happens in every single student's life, but you were told several things in advance. You did nothing about it. Now, it led to the loss of a life. And that's when you want to care. That's when you want to take action, because now it's going to besmirch the reputation of your school. Like, now you have to get involved because there's trouble afoot. Honestly, I agree with you, Eleanor. I wish you could blame them all, but unfortunately, that's not how life works. At least in this game, that's not how it works. It's crazy. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to rewind and blame someone else? Or are we going to sign this statement and just seal the deal that we are blaming David? Also, I love how the cop has been there the entire time and he has, like, no line of dialogue. Like, he's just chilling. You want me to rewind and pick? Alright, so Eleanor has given me the option of rewinding and picking.
Miss Caulfield, why exactly were you on the route with Kate Marsh? Did she tell you her plan? Or anything at all? Please, Tell us everything.
Tell you what, instead of me choosing and sealing it, I'm going to play the other two options, and then either me or Eleanor will make our final decisions based on how everything is played. So we first pitted David bullied her, so now we're gonna go with Jefferson made her cry.
I saw Mr. Jefferson talking to Kate right before our class. Then she ran off crying.
Mark, I do know that Miss Marsh has assisted you on class events.
Kate, Miss Marsh has been very withdrawn lately. I assume this awful video was the cause. I hated seeing the students laugh at her. She told me Max was the only one who believed her, would take her calls and actually listen to her.
She shouldn't have asked to be on video macking with some dudes.
You ass! She didn't ask for any of this.
No, on the contrary. Max was right to bring this up. Now, I wanted to help, but I guess I was too late.
Well, now this is problematic. The publicity is rising, and perhaps you shouldn't represent Blackwell at the Everyday Heroes contest in San Francisco.
See,
Are you serious?
I have an issue with what he just said.
We don't need any
Publicity
negative
is
press
arising.
about that event.
Why are you worried
And we
about the
need to
public
involve the
opinion?
Academy in possible disciplinarian measures for you.
I understand.
Like that's the sole
There are
reason
bigger
why
things at
he's
stake
getting
than me.
involved right now, because the
The
public
life of
is
a
now
young girl,
involved.
for one. Maybe you should investigate other staff members. Max told me she knew things about Mr. Madsen.
Let Max speak for herself. Everything we talked about here will be looked into. All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
Ah, lovely. Alright, so that's what happens when we blame Jefferson. He is removed from the head of the Everyday Heroes event, which I don't see how that's a viable punishment. Like, okay, you're just removing him from doing a thing. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, now we're gonna go with the third option. Nathan dosed her.
All I know is that Kate was at a party and Nathan dosed her.
Also, I'm sorry everyone.
She
I
got
know that
wasted
usually my
and
streams
kissed
are
some
like
boys on
super
a viral
happy and
video
like
without a clue.
I dosed her without a clue.
No, I
Have you
wanted to,
seen
like,
the video?
bring
Whatever.
more of a serious
Kate
tone to this
was
episode.
loaded and
You're a
playing the
liar.
field.
Of course, I'm still
You
gonna
told
have
Kate
fun
you
and
took her to
like,
the
you know,
emergency
try to
room.
I
like
said
bring
I was
smiles and laughter
going to
amongst
take her
everyone,
to
but
the ER.
I still wanted
She
to like
sobered up eventually.
take this sort of
Bullshit.
subject more
Something
seriously,
happened
you
to
know?
her and you know it. How about we talk about you waving a gun in the girls'
Hey,
bathroom?
that's total slander. I could sue you and this school so fast. I already have a personal lawyer.
Careful, Mr. Prescott. I have been told of this alleged gun incident,
But you
and
did
I have to
nothing
admit
about it.
that
The
the
two
video in
times I
question
told
was
you
sent to
about it,
me by
you've done
multiple
nothing about it,
sources.
and now...
Including me.
And now you
And
want to take
since
action.
Mr. Prescott does appear prominently in the video, I have no choice but to suspend him until further notice.
Whatever. See you in court.
Excuse me. I think Max and Nathan need a break before we grill them further. A friend and fellow student is dead. They don't need this forum right now.
Yes, I'm
I love how
kind of
Mark...
devastated.
I love
right
how
now.
Jefferson says the
I'd
same
like to be
thing.
with my family.
All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
Alright. And with that, we have played all of the options. We got to hear everyone's side. So either Madsen loses his spot as a security guard, or Jefferson gets... Literally what happens to Jefferson isn't even a punishment. Like, okay, he doesn't get to be the head of the Everyday Heroes event. But he still keeps his position as the art director, teacher, whatever. And then with Nathan, he just gets suspended. Suspended for... I'm sorry, it's really laughable to me. He gets suspended
The sooner I sign this
for
bullshit paper, the sooner I
one,
can get
carrying
out
a
of here.
gun, which I'm pretty sure is you know, off limits and pretty much just like a zero gun policy in any and all schools. And yeah, like he only gets suspended. It's not even disclosed how long he's suspended for. It's probably like just a couple of days here and there, but I don't know. Anywho, with that, let us rewind one last time, and I guess I'll make my decision from there. Again, I've played this multiple times. I know all these options. I know what's going to be played out, blah. and, and as I said before, it never gets easier no matter what you choose. Based on how I played this game so far, up until Kate being on the roof, based on my personal choices up to this point, I do not know. No, it's not even about what I want. We're just gonna be an asshole this playthrough. Boom.
Mr. Madsen
I'm
is
snitching
bullying.
on everyone.
Oh, grow up.
Excuse me, I was there. I saw you.
I'm snitching.
Are you gonna take
I
this?
don't care. I'm taking everyone down this playthrough. Fuck you. Actually, especially fuck you. You're just awful. You're a terrible person in general. Like, you're literal scum, and you just have anger issues, my guy. But still, man, I don't know. Anyway, sign the statement. Okay, we sealed the deal.
Well, I think we know less now than when we started. We'll be
You didn't know
assisting the
much to
police
begin
with
with, my
further
dude.
inquiries. I know this has been a stressful day. I wish I had the power to change it all for the better.
If only we
So
did.
thank you for coming in.
I love the way Nathan just looked at him like, oh wow. That, I don't know.
I just can't believe it. It's like it wasn't even real. Watching her drop like a weight, I really thought I could save her. Like a superhero.
I kind of just want to say this as well. I forgot to mention this earlier. So, for anyone who hasn't noticed by now, yes, this plays as like a normal game, but at the same time with a little bit of supernatural element that Max is able to rewind time. But what I wanted to mention is the whole thing with Kate, I feel like it was done so well. And why I feel that way is because, as I mentioned, Max has the ability to rewind time. But I feel like there's a representation with that scene where sometimes you can't take back what you say, and there are some choices we make in life that we can't just, turn back and fix as if it could just be undone, you know? A life was lost. And when you lose a life, you can't get that back. No matter how much you try, no matter how much we pray, we wish, we sacrifice in order to try to fix our mistakes. Some mistakes can't be undone. And I think although it's pretty dark, like it's such a huge and dark pill to swallow, I honestly truly think it was done beautifully in this game where, you know, sometimes you really do have to pay for the consequences of your actions and just how you can't always save someone. No matter, like, you can try and you could show them that you legitimately do care about them, but there are some instances where sometimes it's too little too late, and as a result there's no turning back. And again, it's super sad. It's like oh man, it really sucks having to think about this sort of thing, but it is it is a part of life. It is something that we all must face at one point. No one can escape death, obviously. But some, let me not say some, but, you know, at the least, everyone deserves the right to live. No matter what. And once again, thank you all for bearing with me. Thank you for listening to my many numerous TED Talks. Let's continue with
Come
the
on,
end of
Max.
episode 2.
Do not for a second blame yourself. Kate was on that roof for her reasons, not yours.
My hand just reached out.
Stop it. You were the only one with balls enough to run to the roof. You were the only one who cared.
Yeah, I sure made a big fucking difference. Maybe if more people cared. Better people than me.
You're the
Oh,
best
Max.
person around.
Warren, I screwed up today.
That makes no logical sense.
Warren, I don't mean to sound
For once, the
weird,
pick-me
but
boy is right.
there's
That makes no
something
logical
ominous
sense.
going on at Blackwell.
Today proves that.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow.
And you'd be right to say
Along
that.
with Nathan and Mr. Madsen.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Nathan did scare me yesterday, and Madsen is a straight-up dickhead. So, what do you think is really happening?
What the hell is this? The weather confirms this weird day.
Once again, another amazing track that this game has introduced me to is about to play. It's actually one of my favorites, and because of this song, I was introduced to the band Local Natives. You all should check them out sometimes. They have so many amazing tracks like Villainy, Dark Days. This one, again, is my personal favorite, Mount Washington. There's also others like Everything All at Once. Another personal favorite of mine is Ellie Alice. Like, this game is really going to introduce you to a lot of like indie artists or indie tracks, and they're all so fucking good. Please, you will do yourself a service by like listening to like a lot of these artists. It really blows my mind like how well thought out a lot of these songs are, considering the scenes that they play in. So, with that, Mount Washington by Local Natives.
Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
In the ceiling.
I believe you, Warren.
I'll believe
I
anything this
believe
week.
anything this week.
Again, this game takes place within a week. The sequence of events is like every day within the week. So, for example, episode 1 was Monday. This episode was Tuesday. And, of course, episode 5 is going to be Friday when the storm happens. So, I kind of like how all of these events play into each other. Like how everything is tied. Like, everyone's stories are tied together. But, man, it's so good. Digging like you can bury something that cannot die. We can wash the dirt off our hands now. Keep it under the ground. Is it summer garden? You can get a hole and buy. I don't have to see you right now. I don't have to see you right now. I really like how they made a memorial for Kate, though. That was pretty redeeming in a way. Like, Again, too little too late, but at the least, I appreciate that they made a memorial for her. Too late, but at the least, I appreciate that they made a memorial for her. Too late, but at least, I appreciate that they made a memorial for her. Ooh. Sorry about the echo. I just realized that, like, hold on. That moment when I just noticed that, like, my comments were not popping up for a good while, so I missed a lot of what Eleanor was saying. I'm so sorry, love. Yeah, Nathan's voice is hella annoying. Completely annoying, one, not for nothing. And yes, for anyone who wanted to know the name of the song, once again, it's called Mount Washington by Local Natives. Wow, I can't believe I missed all these comments. But I've missed a lot of them. I'm not too sure, like, what a lot of these things were being said. I'm so sorry, Eleanor, if I, like, missed anything you said. Anyways, we got to this section where we see statistics from the game once again. So, episode 2, you told Kate to go to the police. 52% chose that, where 48 was you told Kate to wait for more proof. Either option, in my opinion, is realistic, of course. Alright, 84% answered Kate's call, where 16% didn't want to answer Kate's call. 54% tried to shoot Frank. That was a complete accident on my part. I did not want to shoot that man, but I forgot to rewind. And 46% didn't try to shoot him. Unfortunately, 24%. Wow, actually, that's actually pretty good to. Well, I mean, not the best statistic, but okay. 24%. Including Eleanor, could not save Kate, while 76 was able to save her life. 9% blamed David, 64% blamed Nathan. Excuse me, sorry. I promise I don't have COVID. I'm bolstered and boosted. Well, 27% blame Mr. Jefferson. Now, I believe this is the international statistics. Let me see my friend's statistics. Unfortunately, once again, I'm the only person within my friend group in America that plays this, so no difference. Now the next. 47% didn't water the plant. 70% helped Alyssa this episode. Yay, because we actually like Alyssa, but we don't want to creep her out with our powers. 93% erased the link to Kate's video. Good. I wish that was 100%, because why would you leave the link up there? 60% wanted to be friendly with Taylor. Oh, that's good. I feel like a lot of people deserve second chances in life. Certain people, not everyone. Once you fuck up your second chance, then damn, shame on me, but shame on you. 66% took Pick Me Boy's invitation to go to the movies. Let's go ape. Alright, 65% you wrote a message. Oh, right, in the clubhouse, where you say Max is here alongside Chloe and Rachel. It's kind of petty, but whatever. Alright, 67% didn't tamper with the rail tracks. As I mentioned earlier in episode 2, there are two ways where you could save Chloe. You can either cut the wire and do it the proper way, or you can knock down the steel drum, break the lever, which inadvertently messes with another train, if I remember correctly. But anyways, 40% you didn't gain entry to the Vortex Club party, because we're being assholes this playthrough. We don't care about the Vortex Club. Alright, 42% you didn't help Warren. No, we let the potassium explode in his face because he was being a creep, trying to watch us through the window. And then 72% chose you told on David to Mr. Jefferson. Of course. I'm snitching on everybody. Alright, and with that, we can now enter episode 3, Chaos Theory, starting in 2, 1. Personally, this is one of my favorite episodes because Chaos Theory is when shit really starts hitting the fan. Plus, it's nighttime. Like, I remember when this episode first came out, I believe it was May 2015. I was super stoked. I was like, what? Oh, we get the, we finally have a night episode? Yeah. Unfortunately, only this first section is at night. But, still, it was cool to me, because it's like, oh, sweet, now we get to do, hood rat things at nighttime. No, I'm kidding. But still, getting to explore the school at night is pretty thrilling to me. I don't know. Like, night levels were always cool to me. But yeah. Life is Strange Remastered, Episode 3, Chaos Theory. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Chaos Theory, essentially, the idea behind it is that anything could go wrong just because. Like, things are always bound to go wrong because it's possible. And as we see, Max is waking up from a nightmare.
I knew Chloe would be all over this, so I better get moving.
Alright, so here we have to start the episode. Max.
I still can't stop thinking about Kate. It's like I'm awake in a bad dream.
Alright. So now, of course, this is technically still Tuesday. The beginning, this episode is meant to be on a Wednesday, but this beginning section is still Tuesday. Actually, this follows right after, this scene in the office. This is Tuesday night. So, unfortunately, Kate has lost her life. So as a result, Max is now in charge of Kate's rabbit, Alice.
Are you a hungry bunny? Here, nosh on this.
Isn't Alice adorable?
Hey, Bunny, don't be too bummed, but from now on, I'm your new mommy.
Yeah. Alright. And the Lord said, let there be light. Alright.
See, Lisa? At least I kept you alive. Guess I'm better with plants than people.
That's kind of dark. I was able to save the plant, but unfortunately we couldn't save Kate. Alright, let's use our laptops.
Glad the media doesn't waste a second exploiting tragedy. Now Kate's family has to see their daughter's death all over the web like a cat video. And I'm even in this one. Oh, that makes me ill.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Arcadia Bay is a small town, so as soon as Kate committed suicide, the media was all over that shit. So, now everyone knows that she killed herself. Oh, let me pin my message. I'm sorry. Can I pin it? Alright. Just in case if anyone wanted to know the name of that episode again. Episode? What? Sorry. Name of the song. Mount Washington by Local Natives. Okay. So, yes.
Besides Rachel, it's been a while since anybody vanished from Arcadia Bay. I shouldn't sound so disappointed.
This is
such a moving piece of cut. Yes, now everybody loves Kate Marsh. They bullied her and now post their feels? Hypocrites.
I feel like this is a good representation of a lot of everyday. Wow, okay. Yeah, I feel like they really captured how a lot of people would like go about this in real life. Like, okay, mind you, this is her. So, okay, this is basically supposed to be her Facebook page, right? Now, here are comments from like her fellow students, the ones who picked on her, the ones who posted her video, the ones who got on her case for, believing in God and, being true to her faith. Now that she's dead, here, like, now they're gonna comment things like, oh, in our hearts forever. What does Victoria say? Requiescat in peace? Wait, what? Is that a typo, or is that... Wait, Requiescat in pace. Interesting. I guess that's a variation of saying rest in peace. I never really caught that before. That's interesting. Okay. Evan, I'll never forget you and never forgive them. Thank you, Evan. Mark Burrington, an NPC who we will never meet. We love you, Katie. The church cries. Alyssa Anderson, I'll remember your smile. Courtney, I wish we had hung out more. I mean, we don't know how Kate was like outside of episode 1 and 2, but still, I don't think she was a party girl. So it's crazy. Father Lamont, who we can assume is the priest of her church. Matthew chapter 5, verse 4, Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Ironically, that same Bible passage could have been said when trying to save Kate on the rooftop. That's one of the things that could have legitimately saved her. Just food for thought. And then finally, Zach Riggins. Blackwell Bigfoot's promise to win the next game in your memory. Wow.
Either I delete my page or I block everybody. Nowhere to hide these days.
Oh! Jeez. Again, I don't mean to laugh. I think it's this whole thing is so fucked. I know this is a game, but this whole thing is so fucked because I know this is the sort of thing that like happens in real life too. Like this exact same thing. Like mind you, people are like all over Kate's page like, oh, we're missing you, man. But then they turn to Max, the one person who was brave enough to go on that rooftop with her. And yes, Max failed. Max was not able to save Kate Marsh. But still, the fact that they're bashing Max to this degree is now I'm physically ill. That's crazy. Time is Bunk by Douglas Adams. I don't know if that's an actual quote. I might look that up because that's, wow. Anyways. Anonymous. Epic Fall. Jeez. Brave. Wow. You had to hide behind a fake name. Cool. Victoria Chase. Hope you at least got a selfie out of this. Okay. That's very uncalled for. Hope you at least got a selfie out of this. Like, again, why are you guys bashing Max for being the one person who tried to save her life and not stare at the bottom like a bunch of sheeple? Cool. Courtney Wagner. Maybe you shouldn't have helped Kate. Kate. That, again, that's mean. Pretty uncalled for, but whatever. I like to believe that they're all speaking of, like speaking out of hurt or just, I don't know, maybe they just wanted someone to blame for Kate actually dying, but that's wild. Anyways, here's Dana, our favorite cheerleader. You're the only one who really cared, Max. See, That's what I'm talking about. Dana gets it. Dana gets it. You are the you're the only one who really cared, Max. See, Dana gets it, and that's why we love Dana. We stand Dana Ward, our favorite cheerleader. She gets us. All right, continue with Zach. When we lose a game, nobody dies. Just saying, yo. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck, dude? Like, okay, you're comparing a human life to like one of your football games. Cool. That's I don't know what to make of that. That's just terrible. Hayden, ouch. Another anonymous. Burn Serpent? Burn Serpent? Revelation chapter 20, verse 10. And the devil who deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are also. Burned. Okay. Uh, Bible verse. Only God would be able to tell who that's from. Well, that one's pretty intense. Anyways, Juliet. Hey, I'd like to interview you when it's convenient. PM me. I'd like to interview you when it's convenient. Private message me. I mean, there are many ways to take it, but it's like, yeah, so can I like get a scoop off you because of this? Thanks, Julia. Whatever. Of course. Oh, and then a third anonymous. That chick splatted. Oh shit! You dropped her like egg. Yo, this game really captures like troll comments, and you know what? I'm here from. I'm actually here from. It's wild. Anyways, sorry. I feel like I spent too much time on that.
Everybody will be talking
Let's
about
continue with the
Kate
game.
now. Blackwell might as well shut down for the next month.
Let's continue with the game. All right. And of course, like every episode, I gotta look at the trophy guide. We are now in Chaos Fury. All right. So as I mentioned in episode 1, we find a collectible in Victoria's room at some point that we could take a picture of. So I believe that's going to be the first picture we get, and then after that we have a squirrel, a flannel shirt, a bird, a girl, and a man, which looks to be a father-daughter sort of thing, who's to say. We have fish, we have a cigarette and crossbones, we have what looks to be an ant and a leaf, another bird, and then the American flag on a car. So, okay, we have 10 more trophies to look for throughout this episode. Let's get to it. I feel like I sound more dry tonight. I'm so sorry, everyone.
You're hurting when you don't give a shit about music.
That's a fact.
Ew. Thanks for the image, Nathan. And everybody here thinks Samuel is a creeper?
Once again, I'm just displaying to you the type of person Nathan is. Like, he made that picture of Max, and at the same time, nobody messes with me, bitch.
No way can I clean that shit off. Time to get Samuel da Vinci to repaint.
Amazing. Did I? Wait.
Come on, Max.
I was about to
no
say.
More tears. You have to act, not react.
Max, I'm so sorry, love. Alright, leave.
Okay, this is scary dark. Let there be...
I'll be honest, when I first played this episode, this part kind of scared me a bit because, you know, it's super dark. You never know what's to happen. I appreciate Max using her cell phone as a light, though. Alright, so now we're in the hallway. Avenge Kate Marsh, Victoria. Okay, I thought there was gonna be some dialogue with that, but I was wrong. Alright, oh wait, no, sorry. That's not Victoria's room. This is Brooke's room. Brooke. That's from Brooke, I'm sorry. We can never enter Brooke's room. Alright, here is our room. What does our slate say?
I hope Kate finally has her wings now.
Let me see if I can read that whole thing.
I hope Kate
We are
finally
fallen
has her
angels who
wings now.
didn't want to believe that nothing is nothing. Karak in memory of Kate Marsh. Good quote, I like that. Alright, now this is Victoria's door.
That's a depressing thought. And it's always about Victoria.
Wherever you go, there I am. Interesting way to put that. Ooh, sorry. Had a slight spasm, I don't know why I reversed, but anyways. Wait. I thought we were able to go into Victoria's room, or maybe I'm bugging, thinking something else, I don't know. Ah, jeez. And of course, here is Kate's room, which is now forbidden.
God, that's like some awful TV crime scene in our dorm.
Kate's slate.
So much hypocrite.
Max, you're so dorky, I love it.
So much hypocrite.
Oh, okay, it won't let us read it. I thought it would. A shrine to Kate.
Kate, I would give up my power if I could have another rewind to save you. I won't rest until we find out the truth. And somebody pays for this. This is my prayer for you, Kate. Bless your gentle soul.
That's beautiful. That's from Memorial. Alright, so let's continue. Oh, here we are in the bathroom. Who is this? We have Taylor. Taylor in the tub. What seems to be brushing her teeth. Why is that?
I hope Victoria feels particularly shitty about posting that link.
Honestly, I hope she does too, Max, but we both know how that's gonna go. The rich have no remorse. Pardon me, folks. I'm a little thirsty. Ah, much better. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to hydrate. Don't dehydrate.
I better go meet up with Chloe.
Anyway, this is me giving you a reminder to always drink water. Ah, Eleanor. Who's next to her? This is Taylor Christensen, one of Victoria's friends, and of course part of the Vortex Club. We spoke to her in episode 2, outside the tree. I believe she had mentioned that her mother was ill.
Hey, Max. I saw you go up on the roof to try to help Kate. I can't believe she jumped.
Alright. We are going with the asshole playthrough, so, we blaming Taylor?
You should believe it. She jumped because you and everybody here bullied her.
What? You're like blaming me?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Then just get out of here. Like, stop fucking with me. I already told you that my mom is in the hospital. I'm done for the day.
Alright, let's see what else she says after.
I said I'm like done, Max. Please leave me alone.
Taylor! Alright, cool. Bye, bitch! I'm sorry. I don't actually mean that. I don't refer to women as that in real life. Alrighty. Who else can we quote unquote fuck with? Oh, Dana, our favorite cheerleader.
Hey, Max? Come here.
I'm not one of your car girls. You can't just tell me to just come here, mommy. No, none of that. I'm not a call girl, alright? You address me, Max. May I speak to you, please? Yes, Dana, I'll come inside.
I
But
have
no,
to be
don't just be like, come
extra
here,
crispy
miss.
careful, so I don't get caught outside the dorm this late.
Anyways.
Dana's really hurting over this.
I miss your light, Kate. Yeah, Dana actually cared. We love Dana, but we're still gonna be an asshole. Alright, let's see what else people have wrote in memoriam of Kate. Juliet, never forget Kate. Why you no pick up my calls? I don't know if most of you will be able to like catch it quick enough, but take a note at the bottom of the slate. Why you no pick up my calls? I know I'm a bit older. For those of you who don't know, I'm 27 years old, going on 28 in September. That thing at the bottom is a reference to like an old meme in like, I want to say early to like maybe mid 2010s. Like the why you know meme, classic. I actually miss those. Those died out like a good while ago, but I always enjoyed seeing them back in the day. My prayers for you, Kate. Who wrote this? Watch it. Why do I feel like it's Courtney? Is it Courtney? Well, it's hard to say. And here's Stella's. Stella, miss you, Kate. With a sad face. Thanks, Stella. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let's miss with Dana. Alright, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
How you doing?
How are you doing? I just can't stop thinking about Kate. And if this is my fault, too.
Well, we don't have an option to blame Dana, so... We blaming Victoria!
Come on, don't blame yourself. There are other
we were
people
blaming
involved,
Victoria.
like Victoria Chase.
She definitely deserves a face punch for pimping that video. I didn't do enough to step up.
Alright. What else do we say to Dana? I mean, we could compliment her, but no, we're being an asshole this playthrough. I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Linkin Park. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Kate's dead.
Tell that to Victoria and the Vortex Club.
Dana, there's more to this than just Victoria and the Vortex Club being mean.
So what exactly are you saying, Max?
Oh, what do we say, Dana? Honestly, it's complicated. It's just straight up complicated.
I don't want to drag you into this, okay? Not yet, anyway.
I'm getting scared now. But people here are still sneaking out tonight.
What?
Like you, Sherlock?
Victoria bounced out of here earlier, and now you, Sherlock?
Not me. I need a break from today. Get some sleep too, Dana. I'll see you later.
Alright. Now, to refresh our memories, we just had a conversation with Dana, but because Dana had mentioned something along the lines of like, oh, Victoria snuck out, now we can use that as extra dialogue. So, we're gonna rewind time.
Hey, Dana. How are you doing?
I just can't...
And through the magic. Okay, we're gonna blame Victoria again. It doesn't even matter.
Dana.
Okay. It's supposed to be extra dialogue. It's complicated.
What?
Victoria...
Not me.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was supposed to bring up like extra dialogue for Dana. I guess I was wrong.
Victoria isn't here. Maybe I'll just wait and bide my time. Going through her shit.
Yes, Max. Okay. So everyone, I'm gonna pause. Um, I've received a few messages on Twitter, and I just wanted to take the time to read through it. Hmm. Mhm. Wow. Mhm. Wow. Sorry. Oh, that was quite a handful I just read. But regardless, I totally understand the context of this. Totally understand. Sort of thing. Hmm. Aspect, OS. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Hey, thank you everyone for bearing with me as always. Okay, I'm ready to jump back into the episode. I can't. Alright. So yes, so Dana just mentioned that Victoria is currently away, so we can creep.
Since I've crossed the line from snoop to detective, I might as well search for clues about what really happened to Kate at the Vortex Club party.
Oh?
Victoria is about as straight as me, but she really appreciates style. A unique point of view is right, thanks to Courtney Wagner ghostwriting this paper.
Not the ghostwriter. Alright, let's mess with Victoria's stuff because she is a terrible person. Can we screw with hers? Open. Yeah, let's go for her
These
shit.
socks cost more than my wardrobe.
Okay, what's on her desk?
I'll title this one Portrait de la Assholes.
Portrait de la assholes. Now, mind you, I love that, like, everyone else is in different clothes. Even Nathan, for that matter. Nathan's wearing, like, I don't know, Nathan just looks like your typical douchebag fuckboy in that picture. But then you have Victoria in her one outfit. Like, why is that all Victoria wears? Like, even Max, like, changes her tank tops every episode, but yo, like, Victoria.
Whoa, there's Kate. Totally high. She looks confused. Not like she's partying.
Yeah, no. That is a screenshot of Kate's video, and, you know, despite Victoria and who I assume to be Taylor pointing and laughing at her, Kate just looks completely, like, dazed and out of it, which, again, totally not cool. Like, if someone's in trouble, like, don't be an asshole, like, help them. Just be nice.
Here they are getting loaded with Satan.
Hopefully it's only one of them. Okay. Alright. Ah, here we go. As I mentioned before, we are also on a trophy guide, so that is the first trophy of this episode. That little badass female figurine in Victoria's room. And if you look in the trash can, you get to see the box to which this action figure is kept.
Paint from a sweater. Victoria's secret. She's a geek.
How much money did it cost to fix that outfit? Just $30, wow. Alright. Now then.
Well. Maybe Victoria isn't a monster after all.
Let's look through her emails because fuck Victoria. Wow. I'm just gonna like leave it here to give you guys a chance to read it if you want. Alright.
Nothing to see here. I guess I shouldn't be so bummed. Not that Victoria couldn't hide her shit. Man, I'm getting paranoid.
You're totally fine, Max. Sometimes I forget I can run. There's like nothing else I need to do here, right? So, yeah, no, I think we're good. Explore, Max, explore. Sorry, pardon me.
So Chloe is waiting for me in front of the main hall.
Sorry about that, folks. My room is a little too hot for me, so I needed. It got too stuffy. Alright. I love how I still have How to Save a Life like open on Spotify. It's so good. Okay. Now. Oh. wow. I was about to say something about Chloe, now here's Chloe with 3 messages. I have something to show you. Meet me in front of the campus. Get that ass in gear now. Max? I mean...
Jesus. I still can't believe she jumped.
Oh yes. Kate's memorial. Alright. Now... this was a trophy that was difficult for me when I first played this. It took me ages to figure out how to do it. But... it's supposed to reverse. Reverse far enough where you could take a picture of the squirrel.
And say no. Gotcha.
Alright. I believe that is the second photo of the episode, lens craft. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh no, I don't think it's here.
Principal Wells. Are you
Oh,
serious?
shit.
I'm toast if he sees me.
Nobody can expel me. Not yet, anyway.
So, it's, from the looks of it, it seems our Principal Wells, is a little drunk and needs some cool air to freshen off.
Come on, just try.
Max the Ninja strikes again.
You're adorable, Max. So yeah, drunk Principal. He doesn't know what to do, so cool. Wow, I didn't realize it's already 5 a.m. Then again, I feel like I've already been awake for like most of the day / evening, so yeah. Story of my life. Well, in any case, oh. Sorry. In any case, we're here to meet Chloe.
Booyah!
Oh, shit.
Get it? Booyah. Like a scary punk ghost.
More like a scary and sensitive asshole. Chloe, I watched my friend jump off a roof today.
You know what's fucking crazy? I knew that was gonna
tonight.
happen, and I still get
You always
scared.
trip out on me for not being there for you, but is this how you're there for me?
Damn, Max. I respect it.
I'm sorry, Max. I wasn't even thinking. I suck.
I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I'll never get the image out of my head of Kate jumping off that roof. All because my power didn't work. It didn't mean shit.
I know seeing Kate fall was horrible. I don't even know how to deal with that, so I just act like an idiot. But it's your badass power that's gonna bring all this to a close. We just need to connect the players.
Exactly.
And find out who really
Be
killed
more
Kate.
positive.
We have to stop this from happening to anybody else.
Oh yeah, and somehow stop that tornado from wiping out Arcadia Bay, right?
Chaos Theory, baby.
Didn't you say that it was all about chaos theory? I don't see any control over this chaos.
Oh right, except for your ability to, oh yeah, manipulate time and space?
No biggie.
Chloe, I just feel weird about some of my decisions. Especially after I see the results. And then it's too late to rewind.
Dude, do not even torture yourself like that. Let's focus on looking for clues, okay?
What should we say? Let's think about Rachel.
We need to find out more about who Rachel was involved with around here.
She was able to blend in with everybody. even with people I hated.
And even though I don't know her, it feels like Rachel is guiding us to the truth.
Fuck the truth. I just want to find my friend right now. It scares me to think where she could be. Do you think she's...
What is she doing? If we were to guess, because we are doing the asshole option this playthrough, let's say Rachel's dead.
Dead? I'm sorry. I hate even saying that, Chloe.
Not as much as I hate thinking it. Max, we have to find Rachel soon. We have to.
I promise you we will. Like you said, it's time to start the search for clues. Now tell me what's your secret.
Drum roll, please. I present the spare keys to Blackwell. Thank you, step prick.
You are such a boss, Chloe.
I just don't want you to get into any more trouble.
Look at all the trouble dropping in Arcadia Bay. At this point, who gives a fuck anymore? We're in it to win,
You're in it
Max.
to win it, Max.
Lead the way.
I'm so glad you're my partner in crime.
As long as you're
my partner in time.
Insert groan here.
The puns are so good, I swear.
Thank you again so much for helping me put together a portfolio.
Hopefully the rest of the class will follow your lead. I'm sorry I was distracted. As you know, it's not been a good day for Blackwell.
I know this has been an awful day, and you can talk to me anytime, Mr. Jefferson.
Thank you, Victoria.
Okay.
I imagine you're pretty upset over Kate as well.
I'm like still in shock. I've never seen anybody die. I really cared about Katie.
Katie? I had no idea you two were that close.
Did she?
Well, how does this affect the Everyday Heroes contest?
It doesn't. The contest is still a go, and I still have to pick the winner to best represent Blackwell. I've got all the photos, except one from Max.
I'll give you a one-word sneak preview of Max's photo. Selfie. Listen, you've seen my entry. You know it's better than that.
What?
Wouldn't that be so cool to hang out together in San Francisco, Mark?
Stick to Mr. Jefferson, Victoria, please. And, I haven't picked a winner yet.
You already love my work, so it's not like you're playing favorites. Just imagine if you picked my photo, though. We would have to spend a lot of time together. That could be fun, don't you think?
I'm going to think that you didn't say any of that.
You might as well choose me. Otherwise, I might have to tell people you offered to choose my photo for favors or something.
As a favor to your future, I'll also ignore that undisguised threat. This conversation is officially over, Miss Chase. I suggest you go back to your dorm now.
Wait! I only... Are you fucking kidding me? So stupid.
Just when I think Victoria can't get any more evil.
Shit is about to get real at Blackwell.
Let's go find out.
Yeah, we're sneaking into the school. Okay. So, it's kind of, alright, well, I mean, I know this is like a boarding school sort of thing, sort of, but pretty weird that Victoria snuck out to see the art teacher. That's number one. Number two, kind of weird that Mr. Jefferson was still there at dark.
Dude, I don't know about this.
Talking to Victoria.
We're both already in so much trouble.
You can and the fact that she tried to bribe him by saying like, "Oh,
I'm serious. We're not
something,
kids
something
anymore.
for favors."
We're breaking and entering.
What?
If I have a key, how can it be breaking?
You're going out of your way to ruin that man's life for whatever reason.
Entering? I'm serious. We could go to jail.
Not if I'm related to the head of Blackwell Security. Stepshit will not want me in the hands of the local police. So we better find out what's in the principal's office first. You can rewind if we get caught, right? You have mad powers, Max.
Tell that to Kate.
You're too relying on the rewind power of Kate. That's, I mean, well, not Kate. Sorry, Chloe.
Come on.
It's kind of concerning. All right. So we got to this part where we now snuck into a school and we're looking for clues regarding to Rachel's whereabouts. Okay. So now, as I sort of kind of mentioned before, now we've snuck into the school. Right now, Chloe's trying to, I guess, lockpick her way into Principal Wells' office. Not the best course of action, but hey, it's a thing.
Only a total phony would wear a crappy hat like that.
That's right, Max. Okay, let's see what we can find. Alright. I almost forgot what to do. It's been a while since I played this. If I remember correctly, I think Pick Me Boy, aka Warren, has set instructions for us to follow in order to make a pipe bomb to blow up the principal's door, thus letting us inside. But first, we're gonna mess with some grades.
Only a B-? Warren has shattered my faith. Of course, I'm barely passing science.
Really? Let's see.
You deserve way more than this for taking on Nathan, but every little grade counts.
This action will have consequences. Likewise, any and all actions have consequences. So, the exam file. I believe this is when Miss Grant was rating Warren's homework for what he did in class. That W. Let's see.
You deserve way more than this for taking on Nathan, but every little grade counts.
That's right. Now, once again, this action will have consequences. So basically, we changed.
Yes, I like this plus better than that minus. Thanks for being there for me, Warren.
So essentially, Warren got a B- on that experiment that we quote-unquote helped him with. He didn't ask any questions and just took it. Well, rather, he didn't just take it. I went in there and swept the clock, so now he's gonna think that he did well instead of moving out. Ooh. Alright, sorry folks, once again, pardon me.